What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rashad, and I'm just being totally honest on my younger self, because being myself right now, what I'm understanding from what a lot of other successful people are saying, and my research, and just being, who I am as today, going through life, you will feel the uncertainty. You will feel doubt. You will feel, will it work? You'll ask yourself, will it work? And the fact is you don't really know that it'll work. But the fact that you don't know that it'll work is the reason why you keep going. Because when it does work, all you do is know that it just took hard work. It just took time. Because when you think of an analogy like there's 3 slot machines, would you go pick a slot machine that says, okay, we'll give you $100,000 within a week, we'll give you $1 million within a year, in 1 year, not even within a year, and there's a slot machine that says we'll give you $5 million in 5 years? Majority of people would be like, yeah, 5 years. But as time goes on, they'll find themselves going to that $100,000 slot machine because they want it fast. And that's the whole thing that I'm getting to realize that my life is all about. I want things fast. And it's not nothing wrong with that, When you produce fast results, you'll be able to learn quicker. You'll be able to just respond quicker, react quicker. But everybody must know that there's a phase of life where you're just working hard as shit. And you don't know why you're working hard as shit, but you know that it will pay off eventually. You don't know, but you still know. And again, to repeat myself, I said it's the uncertainty, right? So, guys, don't beat yourself up, even though I know you will, because you don't still know. Because it might feel like you don't have any results. You're not moving, but you're still moving. And that's the whole point of it. You're moving, but you just don't like the time that you're moving in. So, my friends, you have to be willing to be obsessed with loving what you do. Because there will be a time when you sit back and say, wow, I did all of this work, but I don't feel the way I feel now, the way I did back then. Because you now understand that the work took this. This is what the work took. And when you see people in the championship of NBA games and NFL games and all of other, professional sports, all you think about is the unseen practices, the unseen reps that they had to go through, the tears, the blood, the sweat that they went through to get to this championship, to finally hear that last buzzer, and then they're all celebrating. They're popping the champagne bottles in the locker room and all. But no one sees the crying, the tears, the doubt, the self-talk, the early mornings, the late nights, the no sleep, right? No one sees it. No one sees what you're going through at night when you can barely sleep and you just have success on your mind. That's why you go hard. That's exactly why you go hard. So it's not really even about losing or winning. It's about being able to play at your best ability. Being able to do the stuff at your best capability. Because when you play at your best, And you're able to say, yes, I gave it all. I left my heart on the floor. I left my heart out there. When you're laying on your deathbed, would you rather say I lived an insane life where I took risk, or I wish I took more risk? So you need to think about that next time you feel like you're not about to do something that you really want to do, but you're scared of what other people might think of you. You're scared that it might not happen. It is that scarcity. That's why we continuously go. So the fact is, you have to do it in order for you to actually know that it works. So why would you stop? Why would you doubt yourself? Why would you not believe? Why would you have so much self-criticism to the point where you don't even do the thing that you actually want to do, right? It's to the point where you have to have this delusion of knowing if you're going to make it or if you're not. But you have to have the delusional state of mind of saying, I know I'm going to make it and I'm already here. That's how you be and become that better version, that successful version. But everybody's definition of winning is totally a wrong illusion, and losing a bad illusion. Michael Jordan has missed so many game-winning shots that people only recognize the ones that he made. Same thing as Kobe, same thing as LeBron, same thing as all the other greater players in professional sports. They see the extravagant play that happens, that changes the game, that helps them win the game, but they never seen the tears that they did, that they have brought down. They never seen the practice with the lights off. They never hear their own self-talk. They don't know what they go through. I know everyone has heard about that story when Kobe has played a full game off no sleep. And he said he was going through it with his daughters. Like, something was going on with him, and someone paid to come see him play. So they don't know that, though. They don't know that something was wrong with her, but the fact that he had that in the back of his mind, that's why he still played. So it's more of a purpose to be able to do something and love it rather than doing something because you see other people doing it. Because when you see other people doing it, what'll happen is you'll burn out, right? I've tried several different things, and it's not even to the fact that I'm not telling you to try different things, because you should try different things. You must try different things to know that all it takes is one hard-working season for you to notice that you just have to work hard, because that's all it falls under. Why do you think people say hard work beats talent? Talent does not exist. People work hard and the talent goes unnoticed because the reason why they practice so much and the way they practice so much is how they look like they have so much talent. So Steph, people seeing him pulling from full court, but no one's seeing the hard work that he actually puts in. Interesting. Right? He just didn't pull up and just start shooting it in the game, not knowing that, okay, I'm just start shooting this. No. You have this confidence with you when you're working hard. Because you don't get confidence from thinking about and talking to yourself in this delusional state of mind. You get confidence from doing the stuff and experiencing it and having evidence. right? Regardless if you win or if you lose. And it's not even really a loss, it's a lesson. So I want everyone to know that your illusion in your mind of how you must succeed in life all falls under your work ethic. When you have a poor work ethic, everything else will not fall into how it's supposed to, because you believe that you can just think your way into it, and that's not reality. That isn't logic. When you plant a tree, what must you do? You must water it. If you're not watering your tree, it won't grow. If someone 10 times smarter than you or me was in this position, what would they do? Ask yourself that. And all you have to know is when you're working hard, that's all it is to work hard. So your hard work will go unnoticed, but it won't go unnoticed when it looks like an overnight success. So, guys, stop overthinking about the work that you have to do versus the work that you don't really want to do, but you know you still have to do it. Okay, so you can't shy away from it. There's no dismissing it. There's no running away from it. Because the more you run away from the work, the more it'll be on your mind. And the more you just become even more lazier. So imagine yourself being at this older standpoint of life, and you say, I'm glad I took this risk because my life is outstanding right now. And then look at yourself as another 80-year-old of doing the stuff that you are doing now if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And how would you think to yourself? You wish you would do the stuff and just take the risk, not knowing that there's a guaranteed reward, but you still know that you had an experience. You were able to tell someone else, hey, I learned this, I learned this, I learned this. But the older people that'll say, you have time, and they're not in the position that you will want to be in an older lifestyle, financially wise, health wise, I just don't take advice from them. Sorry. Health wise, okay, maybe. You know, I see that they're still moving, but again, the hard work is where majority of people stop. It's because they're not seeing what they really thought what they were supposed to see. But again, there is no knowing, there is no guarantee that you still have. But what makes me grind harder, grind more, and want to grind is the fact that I don't know. But it's the fact that it could happen. So keep grinding. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.